Excuse me. Hey, no, excuse me. Hey, get the out of here, dude.
I just had two guys fighting over Pokemon cards.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. You're watching the channel Dr. Applesauce 2. My name's Will. It's another beautiful day here in Texas. I hope you guys know that I love you, God loves you, that there's an awesome plan for your life. Well, today we have the final boss of Pokemon card scalper vending machine fights. This is wild. This is the first time I've ever seen recorded an actual, what I would call a fight or a scuffle at a Pokemon card vending machine. Now, we did have that one where the bigger white dude was like boxing out like the dude with the dreadlocks at the vending machine, and he got arrested, and you could call that a fight. That was definitely a physical altercation. And then you had the one where the dudes were like pulling the lady off of the machine. That was bad in and of itself. By the way, there's a lot behind the scenes of that one that we didn't cover. A lot of bad actually came from that, but this is the first one where it looks like dudes were about to throw hands. And it's actually kind of wild to see two grown men get in a scuffle like this over a Pokemon card vending machine. Now, as we get into the video, it's hard to tell if the aggressor is a scalper or if he's just a really, really upset collector. I'm not sure, but we're going to jump into this video because it is kind of wild, and there's other people that are actually in the store that are like, yo, Jimmy, can you believe this is actually happening? First of all, I have to say, the fact that the guy who recorded this video is standing outside of a grocery store before they open, recording it through a chest rig, and puts "ready to cook" on the top of the video in the edit, tells me that the likelihood of him being a scalper is over 100%. People who aren't scalpers don't say they're going to cook when they're getting Pokemon cards. To cook means I'm about to cook up some type of business and make some money. That's what he's ready to cook. So I'm pretty certain that the guy recording this video is a scalper, but it gets better. So notice the guy that was recorded in the edit that was behind him. Hey,
excuse me. Hey, no, excuse me. Hey, get the out of here, dude. I don't give a but you just bought something. I've been here.
Now here's where it gets interesting. You get the guy that was behind him goes, hey, excuse me, man, comes in there after the dude has bought one and pushes him out of the way like he's trying to put a quarter on an old school arcade vending machine to lock his next spot in line. Like, hey, I'm putting my quarter down. After your turn, it's my turn. Now, to be fair, these new vending machines, they're supposed to have limits of, I think, 2 at a time or 1 per person. I think it's 2 per person is the limit, because we've seen other videos where the limit is 2 per person. But you're going to see this guy saying, hey, it's 1 per person, it's 1 per person. But you see him jump in there and say, hey, excuse me, push him out of the way and try to put his card in. I don't care if you're a collector or you're a scalper or you're fed up collector, whatever it is. Trying to physically remove somebody from in front of the vending machine is a good way to get yourself arrested, good way to end yourself up in jail, good way to end yourself up in a hospital if you push the wrong person around.
You just bought something. I've been
I have to say, I love this guy's jersey. There's a few things to note about this guy's jersey. One, got a big old Venusaur on the front of it. Leads me to think that he's likely a super frustrated collector. I don't know, but it leads me to think that he's likely a really frustrated collector. But also, do you notice the Insane Clown Posse logo on the left-hand side? I was never a Juggalo. I knew a bunch of people who were Juggalos. I knew a lot about Insane Clown Posse. I'm pretty sure that's the Juggalo symbol right there. So, Juggalo with Venusaur on a big old, I think that's a hockey jersey. I'm not huge into sports, but I'm pretty sure that's a hockey jersey. Really interesting and kind of a cool jersey that makes me think that he's at least partway a collector.
and it says 1 per person. Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. Get out of here,
whenever
bro.
you bought something, it said so.
Yourself. I've been here.
I'll say that I'm not sure it's 1 per person. Everything that I've read in the past, it says 2 per person. So the dude should have been able to buy 1 more before the other guy got upset, but that's neither here nor there. Now, I want to pay close attention in the clip that's coming up. You're going to see 2 guys right next to these 2 grown men that are fighting over Pokemon cards, by the way. 2 guys, one guy kind of standing in the back by, I think, like a Coinstar machine, and another guy at the ATM just trying to withdraw some money on Friday so that he can have a good time after work. They're just incredulous. Like, what are you guys doing? This guy's just like, let me get my money out of my Wells Fargo ATM, and then y'all can go fight somewhere else.
You get here earlier than me, bro.
Yeah, let's go, bro. Don't let him buy that shit, bro. He's buying it right now.
Dude, I've been here.
Move your out of there, bro. Get your out of there, bro.
I just love the guy at the Wells Fargo machine, man. He's just like pulling his money out of the ATM, just like trying to like get away from whatever is happening with these two grown adults that are, again, fighting over Pokemon cards.
You dude, you're a piece of shit.
Ball telling me to stay on the street.
Yeah, leave, bro.
No,
Get out of
I'll
here.
come back. All right, man.
Dude,
Hey,
call your manager, bro. I have literally a camera watching everything.
I just had 2 guys fighting me over Pokemon cards.
It's crazy.
Prize 1, 2.
And I just love how the video ends with the security guard on the phone, and he's on the phone with cops, and he's like, yeah, I just had 2 guys fighting over Pokemon cards, and he's just saying it like he can't believe what he just witnessed. Like it's the stupidest, dumbest thing that he's ever experienced in his life. 2 grown men fighting over Pokemon cards. And this whole situation, I can't help but think like Pokemon card vending machines could legitimately become the next bum fights. Do you guys remember bum fights way back in the, this is telling you how old I am. Horrible concept. And like people were making VHSs where they'd go up to like these poor homeless people and say, hey, you two scrap it out. Whoever wins gets $20. And they'd record it and make these videos, and their videos are, I believe they got banned, by the way. But I keep thinking Pokemon card vending machines could be the next bum fights. Like, hey, guys, all right, you three are the first in line, okay? So we're gonna need a Rochambeau. The first one to actually be able to keep standing, to knock the other 2 out in Rochambeau, you get to buy as much Pokemon cards from the vending machine as you want. Okay, go. And then just record it and post it to TikTok and go viral. I really feel like Pokemon card vending machines could be the next bum fights. But what's wild about this situation is that it's 2 grown men fighting over Pokemon cards, okay? They were both waiting for the store to open. They were both in line, okay? And the guy that was behind him decides to get physical and push him out of the way to get Pokemon cards. Now, I have to say, I'm not sure if that dude was a scalper or a collector, because it's getting to the point where collectors are getting really, really frustrated. And you have some collectors that maybe don't have as good of a moral compass. I'm not saying this guy didn't, but maybe don't have as good of a moral compass or as good impulse control. And if they're fed up and they're in the wrong situation, bad things could happen, like we could see here. Fortunately, that security guard walked up and caused the guy in the Venusaur Juggalo hockey sweater jersey thing, wow, that's a mouthful, to leave. And probably got trespassed and banned from that store, which isn't the result that you want. Even if you see somebody that you think is about to clean out a vending machine or clean out a shelf, you don't want to get yourself trespassed. You don't want to get yourself banned from a shop. You don't want to get yourself in trouble or get yourself hurt. So these actions are not okay. We should never act this way. But I'm pretty sure the guy that was recording, while he was the victim in this situation, probably planned on cleaning out as much of the machine as he could, evidenced by the fact that he had a rig on, and he said, we're ready to cook this bad boy. Now, here's the crazy thing. With all the craziness going on with vending machines, the new limits that have been implemented that I guess are helping, but if you look at this, maybe not. You see that the market is really interesting, all right? We have Destined Rivals, crazy prices. We're going to talk about Destined Rivals in a video tomorrow. But then you see Journey Together, where the prices are just dropping rapidly. And the reason is because this whole entire market is propped up on hype and FOMO. I think Cardinal Gaming put out a video the other day that said, when fear of missing out just turns into missing out, which is what's happening. But Journey Together is showing us something. Journey Together is a very normal set. It's a fine set. It doesn't have anything crazy going for it. It's a fine set. And what we're seeing are prices plummeting because there's not enough hype around the set. There's not enough FOMO around the set. And then when Destined Rivals comes out, we're going to see things skyrocket. And that tells me that this is all just based on money. This is all just based on people wanting to make as much money as they can off of this. And a lot of this insanity is because of that. And what else that tells me is that this too will pass eventually. Could be a year, could be 2 years, could be 3 months. I think it's going to be after the 30th anniversary. Things are going to ramp and go crazy. And then after that, things are going to get back to normal. So while we have all of this insanity of vending machines and juggalos with Venusaur hockey jerseys trying to shove people out from in front of other vending machines, we can look at the hope that the hype will pass eventually. Until then, go to trade shows, go to card shows, buy singles. There's lots of great deals on singles. Fill out binders with your kids if that's what you're doing. pick up the battle arenas or the battle academies to teach your kids how to play. Pick up some decks. Have fun. There are ways to enjoy this hobby while all this insanity is going on. Guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It's free for you to do that. It really does help the video a lot. Check that one out next. YouTube says you'll like it. And like I always say, find somebody to love and serve today. Be the change you want to see in the world. See you next time.